Hello, how are you today? Today I'm going to talk about the law of abundance. Why law of abundance? Because we have to talk about from the lack to abundance, how we can build a business from lack to abundance. If your mindset is in lack and thinking in lack and how we can change that lack to wealth. Wealth means around the business. Business can be your personal goals or professional goals. So, whatever your goals are, so today we're going to talk about what is a law of abundance. And it is a law, and we call a law of abundance. The law of abundance is working all the time whether we believe it or we don't believe it, is working day and night. So I'm going to give you some examples and what is from lack to abundance mindset. So if you thinking or feeling lack and how we can start to feel and experience the abundance and through the law of abundance, and you definitely going to start to change your mindset, and you definitely going to start to think differently. If your mindset is only on the money, and and we have to understand what is the money and how we can change that mindset from money to abundance, and we can experience the abundance. Abundance is not uh, money. Money is just a paper. It's just a paper. Just think about it a little bit, what I'm saying. Money is just a paper. And what is abundance? And how we can experience and feel the abundance. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Anita Bansal. I'm a consultant of thinking into results. So I am building my business and you can start building the business with me. And since I have learned these laws and the mindset, and I am learning every single day and I'm experiencing things every day according to how my mindset is changing, how I am thinking, how I'm feeling. And if we are not aware of that, how the mindset works, and we can start to feel lack, we can start to feel there's not enough. And how today I'm going to guide you, I'm going to show you how you can start to feel and think in abundance. Abundance is not a money. Money, of course, is just a tool we are using. What we have to understand on a deeper level, what is abundance? Because we are born with and within the abundance. You might be surprised to hear that. Yes, we are born with and within the abundance. We are not born without the abundance. We are not born without whatever the lack is for you. So we are working around business. Business can be your personal goal or professional goals, whatever your goals are. So definitely is going to help you. But today you have to think what I'm going to say, and you have to ponder your mind on that. And it might not make a sense for you, but what I'm going to talk about, this is the truth, this is a reality, and this what the reality is. And because we are not grown with that, we are not shown, we not show, we nobody show us what is abundance, or talk about it, or we all just talking about the money. So real abundance is, that's what I'm going to talk to you today, and that's what you're going to uh, experience, and that's what you're going to get the knowledge today. And I always felt there's no lack. I never felt lack actually when even I was little. I never focus on lack. Always felt abundance, and of course I experienced the abundance also. I always experiencing the abundance, but now because people are talking about money all the time, and people are talking about uh, just focus on the money, and you definitely start to think and feel lack. I never thought about, I never even talked about lack. I never even experienced the lack. Not though because I had a lot of money, it's nothing to do with the money. It's to do with your mindset. So let's start talking about the law of abundance. So I'm going to give you few examples, and with the examples you can relate to abundance. Otherwise, if I'm going to talk about the money, money is not abundance. Of course, it's just only tool to use. So real abundance, that's what I'm going to talk about, and that's what you're going to experience today. So let me stop sharing the slide with you. And okay, law of abundance. So what is a law of abundance? So I'm going to give you the examples, because with the example you're going to relate to the abundance. So today you're going to think about, and you're gonna start to pond on your mind what I'm going to share with you. And it might not make the sense today, but more your focus is on a lows, and the more you're gonna start to think and experience the abundance, because most of the time our focus is on money. So you have to take your focus from the money to abundance. So that's what I'm really talking about today. So let's start your mindset from the money to abundance, law of abundance. So we are building the business here. Business can be your personal goals or professional goals. So I'm trying to build my business, and you can start building your business also, because to understanding these laws, it makes sense, and then you can start living in abundance. I always felt um, abundance, and I never felt lack also. So let's start sharing today. I'm going to share the one example today from law of abundance. From one seed you get thousand seeds of trees and plants. Just one seed. Now you have to start to think your mindset on that. I remember I said that you have to pawn your mind, you have to focus from money to abundance, law of abundance. So start to think about a little bit. It's very deep what I'm sharing with you today. So we are talking about the law of abundance, from lack to abundance. So from one seed, in one seed, there is a thousands of seeds of plants and trees. Think about that today. Do you think there is a lack in the universe world? No, it's not lack. Seed is your mindset. Seed is your mindset. And how we are thinking is a mindset. I'm going to break this in the part one. Today I'm going to talk about the part one. Then I will talk about in part two, and how we can relate to our mindset to these laws. So all you have to think about, there is a laws in the universe world. They are working all the time, day and night. So I'm going to give you another example, day and night. How you can convince yourself from lack to abundance. So, so this is important to think. If you're not going to think about these things, and you definitely going to stay in the lack, you're definitely going to experience the lack, and you're definitely going to stay where you are. So if you want to shift, if you want to change, you have to relate to these laws, and then you have to start to think about it a little bit. So I give you one example. From one seed you got thousand seeds in one seed. trees and plant. Imagine in one seed, there's 1,000 trees and plants. So let's express that a little bit more. Why I'm saying that? Because when you plant one seed in the ground, in the soil, and that plant, that seed going to grow, you're going to water it, you're going to fertilize it, and you're going to take the weeds out, and then that seed is going to grow. Once that seed is grown, whatever seed you have planted, and it's gonna grow either fruit or whatever the seeds are of trees or plants, because those seeds and plants and fruits are already in that seed. It's already there. This the seeds and the fruits and the whatever we're gonna get from that plant is gonna not gonna come from somewhere else. It's in the seed. The fruits or trees or plants are already in the seed. And so why I am connecting to that? Because we are not separate from that seed as a mindset. Okay, so there's no separation. So once we plant that seed gonna grow, and then imagine that when that seed going to grow as a tree or plant and going to have a more seeds, whatever the seeds we have planted, or we have planted the fruits, or if we have planted the whatever the kind of seeds we have planted, you're going to get more seeds out of that plant, out of that tree. And imagine that just one seed we have planted, we're gonna get thousand or more seeds from that just one seed. So our mindset is no separate from that part of universal law, the law of abundance. We are part of that abundance. There's no separation. So laws are working all the time. Just like I'm going to give you another example. Night comes after night, day comes. It's an automatic process. And there's no such a thing, there's not going to be a night. There's no such a thing, not going to be the day. It's an automatic process. And there's no separation. And we are not separate from that law. We are part of that law because we are part of that universe world. There's no separation. So this is what I'm trying to say. From lack to abundance, there's no lack in the abundance. Because why we are experiencing lack? Because that's what we are talking all the time. Our family, our friends, our environment, the TV we watch, always talking about lack most of the time we are just hearing the lack. So imagine that what's going to happen to your mindset, because that's what we are programming, that's what our beliefs are going to be. So we are always programming our mindset to lack. So please, from lack, take your mindset from the money and the lack on abundance. Universe world is a abundance universe world. There is no lack in the universe world. So that's what you are experiencing today. So whatever your business is, your personal goals, your professional goals, now you have to start to think in abundance. So I have given you the example of the seed. This is a very powerful example. Is not just the example, is we are part of that abundance. What I'm talking about, the law of abundance. So law of abundance is working all the time, day and night, because the trees and plants are growing all the time, and they're producing the seeds all the time, day and night. Imagine that in the universe world, whole universe world, things are growing all the time. Things are, uh, there is a new growth all the time. all the time, day and night. This universe world is working day and night. So imagine that. There's no lack. If we are experiencing the lack, is to do with our own beliefs, is to do with our own mindset, is to do with our environment, is to do with what we are hearing, is to do with the family, friends, the environment. That's what the programming is we are doing. We are just thinking in lack. We are just feeling in lack. And that's what we are experiencing. So please take your mindset from the money. Money is only the tool. It's just a paper. Imagine that it's just a paper. So we have to understand what is the behind the money, how we are getting more, how we are experiencing the abundance, how we are feeling the abundance. That's what we have to put our focus on, because most of the time we are focusing on the money. Money is only the tool. So that's what we have to understand. And because whatever I'm talking about, the abundance is the natural process. We are not programming it. We are not making it. We are natural born with that abundance. And definitely I'm going to talk about what I'm talking about, the mindset, and how the mindset we can connect it to that abundance. We don't have to connect. We are part of it actually. And all because we are feeling like we are, because our focus is on the money. And this is the reason we have to talk about that. We have to talk about, we are living in an abundance universe world. There's no lack, because our mindset is there's no lack. Our mindset is the same. Just like from one seed we get thousand seeds of in our mindset also. So this I will talk in another part, and is going to be in a next part. I'm going to talk about how we can relate and to that law of abundance. So why we have to relate it? Because we haven't got the awareness. We are not connecting to that abundance. We already are abundance being. And because the environment is making us think lack, our family is making us lack, our whoever we are listening or communicating it, we're always talking about the lack. And this is the reason people are feeling lack. People are feeling there's no money. And because our focus is on the money, not on the abundance. And today, all you have to do, start to think about the seed, one seed, and just you have to think about in one seed, there's 1,000 seeds of plants and trees in one seed. I'm going to give you an example. Just take one seed of apple tree, one seed of apple tree, and you in one seed, just in one seed, there's 1,000 trees of apples of trees. There's 1,000 seeds of apples trees in one seed. And you might be thinking, how that can happen? Now you plant that seed in the ground, and you look after that seed, you fertilize it, you water it, and you take the weeds out. And imagine that once that seed is going to grow as a tree, and then what's gonna happen? That tree gonna bear lot of seeds of apples. In the apples, there's 1,000 seeds of trees in one apple. Imagine that. So many seeds going to produce that one seed of apple. We have to think about that little bit. You might be saying, that's crazy, or what to do with that apple tree and seeds and that abundance, low abundance. It is got to everything to do with that, our mindset, because we are not separate from that seeds of law of abundance, because this is what we are talking about, law of abundance. Because our mindset is not thinking anymore. Our mindset is only on money. We have to take our focus from the money, and we have to start to think and ponder on this law of abundance. This is the reason we have to learn the laws. If we are not aware of these laws, this is the reason we're going to feel lack. This is the reason we're going to experience the lack. I'm going to give you my example. When I was little, there was not a lot of money, but I never felt lack. You might be saying, "Oh, how?" I never thought about money. I we In my experience, when I was little, we didn't had too much money. But I never felt lack also. I always, because my mindset was very rich. My mindset always felt there's always going enough. Why? There's always felt enough. I never even thought about money. I haven't got money because always felt rich, always felt abundance. I never knew about these laws before when I was little, and but then always felt there is something I have to learn, or something in me I have to talk about, and that's what I'm sharing with you. And because that was in me, these laws, and and I never felt lack when I was little. And but now I'm grown up, you hearing so much about money. People just talking about the money, money, money. But they're not aware of the laws. They're not aware of the abundance universe world. There's so much talking about only about money and money. And and when you start to hear that money, then you start to think about also there's not enough money. So how the mindset works, because I never felt lack and always felt abundance. And so let's put your mindset on abundance. Let's start to feel that abundance. And internally, you have to start to feel that, because that's gonna relate to what I'm going to talk about in the next part. That definitely going to connect you with this abundance. And I'm going to talk about that in the next part. So all you have to start to think in that one seed. In one seed, there's 1,000 seeds of plants and trees. So whatever you seeds you have or you're going to plant, there's 1,000 seeds of plants and trees in one seed. So we say law of abundance. There's no lack in the universe world. Universe world is working day and night. And these plants and trees are growing day and night, and we are not separate from that our mindset is no separate from that seeds. We are a seeds also. Just imagine that, okay? Because at the moment you might be saying it's crazy how we can think ourselves as a seeds. We are a seeds also. Just imagine that, okay? Because that's what I'm going to talk in other part, and how we can relate to the seeds, our own mindset, and uh, and we can relate to that abundance, law of abundance, not the money, law of abundance. Okay, so start to think in abundance. Start to think. We are a seeds, and we can create more seeds, whatever you're trying to create that seed, and uh, and definitely it gonna make sense. Today it might not making the sense what I'm talking about, but it definitely going to make the sense, because we are no separate from these seeds. We are not separate from this universe law of abundance, universe world, because this universe world is working day and night. And how can you convince that? Night comes after night, day comes after day, night comes. It's a beyond in human control. And whatever the beyond human human control is working all the time. So we have to think and we have to pond and we have to relate to that law of abundance. And we are not separate from the law of abundance. So today you have to, even it doesn't make sense, start to think law of abundance, start to feel you are the seed, you are not separate from the seed, and you have thousand and thousand of seeds in you, and you can start to produce these seeds in your mindset. And how you can do that, you're definitely going to learn in a next part, how you can relate to these seeds as a mindset, and how you can uh, produce these thousand seeds of from your mindset, and you live in abundance from lack to abundance. So whatever you are experiencing or feeling the lack, let's start to think in abundance today. Let's put your mindset on the seeds and the law of abundance, and beyond laws are working all the time. Let's start to think about a little bit and how everything universal world is working for us all the time. World is working for us all the time, day and night. Just after day and after day night comes, it's an automatic process. All you have to know, have these tools and start to put them in action, and start to experience and start to feel these abundance, because there's a no separation. As a human being, we are part of that. We are not separate, because all when we were little, the way we grew up, and the way we our environment have been, you might be, this is the reason your mindset, the seeds of lack, there's so many seeds in our mindset, lack. So how we can change that mindset, the lack seeds of mindset, to abundance? That's what we have to do. So all you have to start to think about the seeds of abundance, and there's no lack. And please take your mindset from the money. Money is only a paper. Just think about it. It's just a tool to use it. What are we really using as an abundance mindset for everything? That's what we have to understand, because we are not taught in the houses. Our parents are not aware of it. We don't communicate in the house, and even family and friends, we're always talking about there's not enough going by, there's always lack. And this is the reason we are experiencing lack, because we are not producing abundance. We are not creating the abundance of seeds. We are we are always feeling lack. This is what we are experiencing, and this is what we are producing as a seeds. If we have a seed of abundance, and we're definitely going to produce abundance of seeds and no lack. So hopefully today your mindset gonna relate to law of abundance. It is a law I am not making from myself. It is a law. This is what my mentor taught me, and that's what I'm sharing with you. And law of abundance, and law of abundance is working all the time. I am giving you example again and again. Just like day comes after day, night comes after night, day comes. It's an automatic process. If we start to our mindset on an automatic process, and we're definitely going to produce the abundance of seeds, not lack of seeds. So there's no such a thing lack in the universal world, because everything is growing, everything is producing, everything is in the universe world is growing all the time, growing and producing. and new seeds, new plants, new trees, new animals, new species, new everything. Look at the sun. There's so much abundance of the sun. There's no lack, and not anybody going to experience the lack, because this produce is for abundance for every each human being. Because why some people are different and some people are lack? Because it's to do with ourselves. It's nothing to do with the sunlight going on every human being. But if you're not experiencing, if you're not feeling that sunlight, is to do with yourself, is to do with your own mindset seeds. That's what you're producing from lack, from for lack. So from lack to you have to start to produce of seeds of abundance. There's enough light for every each human being, but it's to do with yourself. There's enough air in the in the universe world. There's enough oxygen in the universe world. If you're feeling lack, that doesn't mean there's not enough oxygen in the universe world. Everybody, human being, can take the oxygen how much we want. That doesn't mean it's going to be lack. Every each human being can take how much oxygen we want. So that doesn't mean I'm not gonna live for other person in lack. Is to, if you're not experiencing enough oxygen, that to do with to yourself. Uh, you're not open to that oxygen. You're not open to that abundance. If you're experiencing lack, is to do with yourself, is to do with your own mindset. You have to change your mindset to in abundance, law of abundance. So this is the reason why I'm sharing the law of abundance, because these are laws. These are fixed laws in the universe world. There's no lack in the universe world. Why? This is the reason I am sharing these laws. These laws we have to learn them, we have to ponder on them, we have to talk about them, and we have to experience. Then definitely we're going to experience that. So hopefully I have talked enough, and on the next part, definitely how I can relate to our own mindset to abundance, how we can our own mindset seeds, and these seeds how we think, and how we can see it relate to this abundance, law of abundance. So law of abundance working all the time in the universe world. There's no lack in the universe world. From one seed you get 1,000 seeds of trees and plants. Just think about it. In one seed, there inside the one seed, there's 1,000 seeds of trees and plants in one seed. And imagine that your own mindset, how you can produce the seeds of thinking, programming, and produce same seeds. So there's no separation. There's no separation. Mind is working just like law of abundance. There's no separation. So we are not separate from these laws. We are part of this abundance. We are part of this law. We are part of abundance universe world. So hopefully this is going to help you, and you can start to experience the law of abundance. So whatever your goals are, your personal goals, professional goals, from lack you have to start thinking in abundance today. And you have to take the seed, and how the seed works when we plant in the ground, and how when the plant is grown, and how many seeds we get, same plant, the fruit, or whatever the trees and plants you have planted, how many seeds we get from one seed. The mindset is the same, how we are thinking and how we can produce from the mind, whatever you're trying to grow, and whatever you're trying to produce, and how we can produce from our own mindset are going to talk in a next part. And please watch this again and again. What I have talked about it is not just this is something I have talked about it, which is a reality, is working. And but we have to start to think what I have shared with you. And if you need a help with it and to change your mindset, how we can start to think in the law of abundance, message me, and I can guide you, I can show you, and what I have learned, and it's not gathering the information, it's to becoming that person. That's what I'm doing every single day around my business. How can I think in abundance? How I can think how to produce around my business, how, and what I have shared with you, how you can produce more, how you can live from lack to abundance, and around your business or personal goals or profession goals. And we have to understand our own mindset. And please watch this YouTube again and again. What I have talked about today is definitely going to relate to your personal goals and professional goals. So whatever the goal you're trying to achieve and produce, and you can produce from one seed to thousand seeds of abundance around your business. And that's what I'm doing, that's what I have learned, and that's what I'm sharing with you. And you can start doing the same. And please leave your comments and your questions and on the chat, and I can answer you. And if you do need a further help, and message me on the messenger, and I can book you, and I can help you with from lack to abundance, how I can guide you as a mindset. And watch my YouTubes, and please give thumbs up if you like the YouTube. Leave your comment. Your comment is very important for me, because I am I am working around my business also. And what do you think? What I have shared with you is going to help you around your business, and definitely it's working for me, and it can work for you also. And I think that's all for today. So please connect me with the on the Zoom, and I'm going to share the next part, how we can relate our mindset to abundance. So today, all I have talked about laws, and how the laws are working, what is the laws, how we can relate to our laws to our mindset, and how these laws are working all the time. So I give you the examples, and please think about it today. Don't think about the money, think about the abundance and the laws what I have shared with you today. And start to think about it, how this universe world works, and how we can relate to the universe world, and we can live according to. So that's what we all doing. And hopefully this can help you. This is the reason I'm sharing with you. It can help you also, and you can start to build your abundance mindset, just like a law of abundance, and from lack to abundance. Thank you for letting me share the information with you, and I really appreciate and grateful for sharing this information. And please leave your comments and thumbs up if you like the YouTube. Thank you and have a great day. And please don't forget to watch my next part, what I'm going to share with you, how you can relate your mindset to the abundance, law of abundance. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.